Breaking news! Some news has just come out that will have an impact on the team. The Detroit Lions have a tough decision to make, and a name has come up amidst all that is happening on the team to help solve that problem. But is he really the solution we need? Let's take a closer look. Be sure to hit the like button if you've been a die-hard fan for over 25 years, and comment below. I'll see the Lions hoisting the trophy. Now, let's talk about the latest on free agency. The Lions have a big decision to make when it comes to their offensive line, and one name that has come up is former 5th overall pick Brandon Scherff. Ben Rolfe of Pro Football Network predicted that Detroit could be in the market for Scherff, especially with Kevin Zeitler hitting free agency and Graham Glasgow coming off a tough season. The Lions are already expected to draft a guard, but adding a proven veteran like Scherff could be a game-changer. Scherff was drafted by Washington in 2015 and made 5 Pro Bowls and 1 All-Pro team. After spending 7 years with the Commanders, he signed with Jacksonville and has been a consistent force on their offensive line. A big selling point for the Lions? Scherff has played in every game over the past 3 seasons, proving his durability. His 2024 season with the Jaguars was strong. He allowed just 17 pressures and no sacks, an impressive stat for a team that needs to keep Jared Goff upright. Even if the Lions bring back Zeitler, adding Scherff would be a move that solidifies the offensive line even further. The best part? It wouldn't break the bank. Cap expert Joshua Quaipo projects that Scherff could land a 2-year, $13 million deal. In comparison, Zeitler is expected to command a 1-year, $7.75 million contract. That's a price the Lions can absolutely afford. Just imagine this. Detroit already boasts one of the best offensive lines in football, but bringing in a veteran like Scherff would take it to another level. With Goff leading the offense and the Lions pushing for a Super Bowl, giving him the best protection possible should be a top priority. But the Lions aren't just focusing on the offensive line. The team could also look to add veteran defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins to bolster their defensive front. Rankins, a former first-round pick, is set to hit free agency after being released by the Bengals. While his 2024 season was cut short due to injuries and illness, he's still a solid veteran presence who could provide depth and pass rush ability. Detroit's defensive line is in flux, with players like Levi Onwuzurike, Kyle Pico, and John Kaminsky facing uncertain futures. Onwuzurike, in particular, is expected to demand a high price in free agency, which could make it difficult for the Lions to retain him. If he leaves, adding Rankins on a short-term deal could be a smart move. Rankins played 15 games for the Texans in 2023, registering 6 sacks and 37 tackles. While his production dipped in 2024 with just 1 sack in 7 games, he still has the experience and skill set to contribute. At 31 years old, he may not be as explosive as he once was, but he could still be valuable in a rotational role, especially with Alim McNeill recovering from a torn ACL. The Lions need depth on the defensive line, and Rankins could come in on a low-cost, incentive-based deal. If Detroit could secure him for the right price, he would provide a veteran presence while young players like Mekhi Wingo continue to develop. So, Lions fans, what do you think? Should Detroit make a move for Brandon Scherff and Sheldon Rankins? Would you rather see them prioritize younger talent in the draft, or do these veteran additions make sense for a team looking to win now? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. The Detroit Lions had a historic 2024 season, breaking franchise records and making a deep playoff run. And a huge part of that success? None other than Amon-Ra St. Brown. The former USC Trojan has solidified himself as one of the league's most dominant wide receivers, and now, he's getting the national recognition he deserves. Pro Football Focus has ranked him among the top 100 players in the NFL, placing him at number 49. Let's break down just how insane his 2024 season was. St. Brown finished second in the entire NFL in receptions with 115. He was third in receiving touchdowns with 12 and ranked fifth in receiving yards, racking up an impressive 1,263 yards. When the Lions needed a big play, St. Brown was the guy making it happen, and the numbers back it up. According to the 33rd team, St. Brown led the league in expected points added on third down receptions with a ridiculous plus 42.7 mark. That means when the Lions needed a conversion, he was the most valuable receiver in the league. On top of that, he had the highest percentage of catches that resulted in a first down, third down conversion, or a touchdown. Simply put, he was unstoppable. Pro Football Focus analysts didn't hold back on their praise either. St. Brown was the most valuable receiver in the NFL this past season according to PFF's WAR metric. He earned a top 5 grade at the position for the third straight season while placing second in catches, 115, fifth in receiving yards, 1,263, and third in touchdowns, 12. St. Brown was the only receiver in the NFL with 100-plus catchable targets and just one drop. That's elite-level production. And let's not forget, St. Brown is still just 25 years old. In just a few seasons, he's already been named to 3 consecutive Pro Bowls and earned 2 straight All-Pro selections. But accolades don't drive St. Brown. What sets him apart is his relentless work ethic and toughness. He's not just a star receiver, he's a complete player, willing to block, make tough catches in traffic, and set the tone for this Lions offense. His ability to consistently produce at an elite level, despite facing double teams and the best defensive backs in the league, is a testament to his talent and dedication. His route running is surgical, his hands are reliable, and his chemistry with Jared Goff is undeniable. St. Brown has become the heart and soul of the Lions' passing attack, and there's no question he is one of the best receivers in the NFL today. Despite the tough playoff loss, St. Brown is more motivated than ever. And if you need proof of how much this guy cares about winning, check this out. Head coach Dan Campbell shared an incredible moment during his exit press conference. "I got a text from St. Brown at 4 o'clock in the morning after that game," Campbell said. "So I know the guys it eats away at. And they're the right guys. There are guys for a reason. And that's what will always give me hope and let me know we're only going to be better. We're only coming back stronger." That's the kind of leadership and passion that makes St. Brown special. He even opened up about that moment with Campbell. "I just said, I love you, man. I know this sucks. But I told him I wouldn't want to be playing for any other head coach. I trust him. We'll be back." And he's like, "Same thing. I love you, man." That bond between player and coach is what makes this Lions team different. St. Brown is going to use that playoff loss as fuel, and there's no doubt he'll come back even better in 2025. The Lions may have some changes with a new coaching staff coming in, but the identity of this team remains the same. With Dan Campbell leading the way and players like St. Brown setting the tone, the Lions are only going to get stronger. With all this success, the next big question is, what's next for Amon-Ra St. Brown? There's a real possibility that the Lions will want to lock him into a long-term extension soon. He's proven to be the kind of player you build a franchise around, and given the way wide receiver contracts have exploded in the past few years, Detroit may want to act quickly. If the Lions do sign him to an extension, expect it to be a major investment, possibly making him one of the highest-paid receivers in the league. And honestly, he deserves every penny. So, Lions fans, what do you think? Do you believe Amon-Ra St. Brown is the best wide receiver in the NFL? Where would you rank him among the league's elite? Should the Lions give him a big extension sooner rather than later? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on more exclusive Lions content. Go Lions!